We're going to start sitting. I brought a block today to sit on. You don't have to have one, but it might be nice to have something underneath your seat, just pillow or folded blanket, a folded towel, whatever you usually sit on to get a little bit of a lift. And if you feel like you don't need it or don't want it during any of the stretches, then you just take it out. But yeah, especially since we've been working so much on spinal alignment, for a lot of people, we're better able to align the spine and have that be an easy position when our hips are a little bit higher than the knees and then our thighs are just falling down. And then with our breath, we're going to reach the arms out long. Yes, a nice port de bras out long. And up, and let the shoulders come up around your ears. And then let the shoulders drop down, reach the arms down. And just like a ballet port de bras, as we're on the bottom part of our circle, the palms are facing down. And then as we reach to the side, they're going to turn, and then they're going to face in and up. And you can even make a round up on O shape here, and then they'll lengthen, and the hands are facing up, and they turn to face down. Yes, nice and slow, so we can keep lots of length in the arms. Floating up with the in-breath, turning to face each other, and then we'll keep the shoulders down. At first, I just brought the shoulders up because it feels good as a stretch, but then we'll let them stay down as we continue to move the arms. So we feel wide in the collarbones, and you can start to tune into how your shoulder blades are moving on your back. They're becoming wide, and they're turning to allow the arms to come up. And then they're rotating on the back to bring the arms down. And release. Ooh, that's a lot of work in the shoulders already. And then we'll take a side bend up and over. Ooh, both sit bones still planted on the floor on our cushion. But let the side body open, and then with the inhale, we'll come up through the center. And then go up and bending to the other side. So always making more space in our spine before we bend it, whether that's sidewards or forward or back. And then we repeat. Maybe we get a little bit deeper, a centimeter, a millimeter deeper on the second one. And the other side. So we're even now, bending to both sides. And then we'll take our arms up. One arm goes up and the other back into a twist, but we're using our core muscles to twist. And then draw the other arm forward. We'll go up and use our muscular effort to twist the other way. One arm wide forward and the other one back. And then return. And then we'll repeat that. Arms up and twist. So long through the whole spine. And then return. And then up. Open to the side. And return. That's a lot of work for our core. So let's do a twist that's less work on our core and just use our hand on the leg and just twist the body. So we get maybe a deeper twist because we're not just using our stomach muscles, our core muscles to twist. We can use our arms. And release. And then an easy twist to the other side using our leg. So much easier. And we'll look over our shoulder to the back. And release. And then we're going to take a little lower body action. So sitting onto our cushion or onto the floor. One leg is underneath, just in Schneidersitz, and the other one will come forward and we can grab behind the thigh and just take some slow ankle circles. This is one of the best things to do to prepare for dancing, even if we're not dancing, is a bit of core work and then a bit of ankle and foot work. I'm going to do about 8 in one direction, but if that's too many, then stop and shake it out. But we're carving big, slow circles. I'm actually going anti-clockwise. And then the second set of circles will go in the other direction. Like we're stirring the pot. Ooh, and then the shin feels a bit active and a bit tired. And then when we're done with the circles in both directions, using the muscles, then we can take it and use our hand to circle the ankle just as a stretch. So it's going to be easier on the ankle and foot, no work there. Ooh, and then I think the Zoom drowns out the background noise, but my ankle just popped, so that was nice. Getting loose in our feet. And give yourself a little massage. You can massage the toes or the arches. Just becoming aware, really, of where the feet are and positions and warming them up, warming up the foot and the ankle. Oh, so good. And then we'll switch sides. So first we'll do the active circles, however many is right for you today, and then we'll do the more passive circles where we can use our hand to circle. So just as big and as slow as is comfortable in one direction. I think you're frozen. Oh, now you seem to be moving. Okay. And about 8 or so. And then we'll change directions. Yeah, how can I show the movement of the foot here? Inside and outside. 6, 7, 8. And then a nice massage. Circling the foot and the hand. Ah. One way and other way. And then, yeah, massage the toes and the arches and the ankles. Yeah. Okay. So both feet are warm, ankles are warm and loose. And I'm going to take my my seating block off to the side and roll down onto the back for our reclining stuff. Oh, yay, we get to lie down. So we'll do that very slowly and mindfully make our way down to reclining. And hopefully my microphone continues to work strongly. And you could put a cushion behind your head if that's more comfortable too. And then we'll just bring the knees to the chest at first, moving them forward, away, and back towards the chest. So less flexion, and then more flexion, more deeply bending in their hips, forward and back. And we also notice a massage of the lower back and hips on the floor. When we pull the knees away, our lower back might disconnect a little bit from the floor and we bring them towards us. It lengthens along the floor like that imprinting shape that we're going to do in a minute. But for now, it's just a hip massage. Forward and back. And then in circles in one direction, side and forward and side, and knees to us. circling in one direction and then switch. So we'll circle the knees in the other direction. This is a lot more comfortable with a mat. I can feel my hip bones on the floor, but yes. So we're massaging our hip bone in the socket, and that's going to start creating some lubrication. The synovial fluid gets produced, and then we're able to move our hips more freely and do all of our rond de jambe and battement things. And then we'll take one knee forward, one knee back, and then switch, and switch, and switch. Yeah. And then we have another abdominal exercise that is related to this that we'll do in a minute, but not quite yet. Just easily moving the knees to fold and unfold our hip joints, like so. And then we'll let our feet fall right in front of our hip joints to flat. Yeah. So then we'll take our imprinting here just to remind our body how the rib cage closes and comes closer to the hip points, and everything is active in the front body as we lengthen our lower back with the exhale. So arms along the sides. We'll inhale, let space happen underneath the lower back as we inhale. Just naturally allowing the body to take its shape. And then on the exhale, we'll press belly button to spine, spine to floor in that super long imprinting shape. Stamping our vertebrae onto the floor. And we'll do two more, just three in total. Inhale to relax. And exhale to press. And again. Inhale to release. And exhale, imprinting. And then we'll inhale and exhale using our ribs to the side, but keeping the front belly pressing down and the lower back onto the floor. As we draw one knee towards us, we'll take, so my left knee is coming towards me, and my right hand will be on the inside of the knee, and my left hand towards the outer ankle, and I can draw my head up or leave it on the ground. And then the other leg will stretch straight up in the air. So again, I have this pulling in of my left knee to my chest, and then my right leg stretching on the exhale. And then I'll inhale to switch, left hand to right knee, right hand to right ankle. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, pull the knee in, head up or down. Now, if you can keep the lower back pressing down onto the floor, we will change the angle of the legs. If not, then keep it going straight up. So it'll be more like a V shape if we can keep that back pressing down onto the floor. So we find out where our limit is, and once the lower back peels off the floor, we know that's too far, too low, but we can play with the angle. Inhaling through the middle, exhaling to pull. If you're done, you're done. Otherwise, do two more.
And release everything. Yeah. Yeah, we want to be very precise, but not do too much. Yeah, more important to be very clear and precise than to do a bunch of repetitions that are messy. So I'm rocking my knees side to side again, just to relax all the effort. Let it all go in between. That's my favorite part. As these little treats in between. And then we'll let our feet drop down in front of our hip joints again. And we'll take a bridge. So the other direction, we've been folding in our hips, and now we're going to open up the front of the hips, pressing down with our hands, pressing down with our shoulders. And as we exhale, we'll peel off the tail and then the lower back. Send the knees forward towards your toes. And we go into our shoulder bridge here. Tucking the shoulders underneath the heart is a nice stretch of the chest. And then release, rolling down vertebra for vertebra on to the floor. We'll take one more bridge, so inhaling as we peel the tail off, the lower back off, the middle back off, so we're standing onto the feet and the shoulders. Then if you like to, you can either grab the edges of your mat or clasp the fingers behind you just to open the shoulders and chest a little bit more. If it doesn't feel good, just leave the hands right and left next to your sides. And then release and roll down again, one vertebra at a time. Okay, now our thighs and hips are really nice and warm, I think. We're going to take that marching exercise and the kicks where we're feeling connected between our upper body and the floor, but then our lower body, our legs can move freely. So as we inhale, we're just planting our feet down. As we exhale, we peel off a foot, toe ball heel to passe. And then toe ball heel to the floor. And exhale, heel ball toe, other foot, passe. And inhale, toe ball heel. And keep switching. Yes. Last one. Okay, a little break in between exercises. So let both knees fall gently to one side into a twist. That's starting with the lower body. So we did some twists with the upper body while we were sitting, and now we keep the upper body relaxed, laying on the floor, and we let our hips and legs fall to one side. And just pause there as we breathe, letting gravity passively stretch us. And then take one more inhale here with the legs falling to one side. And with the exhale, we'll press our whole lower back onto the floor and let the legs float up. So it's from our core pushing down onto the floor that brings the legs back up. And then the same thing on the other side, the legs will fall in the other direction. And it's nice because in this shape where you're not worried at all about how it's looking from the outside. We're really focused on how it feels in the lower back and the hips, the legs. Really good twisting stretch. It's super good before or after ballet class because we have so much lower back work in our arabesques and things like that. To let it stretch. And then we'll inhale one more time with our legs relaxing. And on the exhale, we'll press belly button to spine and spine to floor, and that will bring our knees back up to the ceiling. All right, so reconnecting our core to the floor, we'll take the 6 count series of kicks. So that I'll show a couple times and then you don't have to look anymore because we know. So inhale in the middle, exhale passe on 1. Inhale to stretch it out 2. Exhale to kick it up 3. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to passe. And release down to our beginning position on 6. So the other side will be exhale, passe. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to passe, or to kick. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lower. Exhale to passe. And inhale to return. Out on the passe. In. Out. In. Out. In. Or in. 0. Out passe 1. In. Yeah, so every time the leg is picking up to a flex point, we're exhaling, and that connection through our belly is what's helping move the leg using our iliopsoas muscle. And then every time we're brushing out or lowering down, that's an inhale moment. So let's see if we can find a slow and easy rhythm in 6 counts. We'll just go right and left and right and left. So inhaling in the center, passe, exhale 1. Brush out, inhale. Kick, exhale. Lower, inhale. And passe. Inhale, lower. Other side. Keep going, other side. Last side. 1. Slide 2. Kick 3. Lower 4. Passe 5. Lower 6. Okay, I'm going to add one more piece on because so here's how it becomes 8 counts. And also we prepare for rond de jambe. We're still leaning back, reclining. And after the lower down on 6, then that knee picks up, rotates out to the side, comes back up to the ceiling, and lowers. So in a ballet class, that circle of the knee, front and side and back, away from my standing leg. So my left knee is up and my right knee is going to the right, is en dehors, away from my standing leg. If I went the other direction, so back to the side and then forward, so that would circle to the left with my right leg or towards my standing leg, that's en dehors, our 2 different directions of circling. So in this exercise, we're going en dehors, so it comes toward me, to the side, away, and up. And the tricky part is my standing leg stays still while I take that rotation in my hip. So it's not going to be as big maybe as I think it could be, because if I take it really big, my hips are going to fall off the ground. My whole body is going to roll to the side, and I lose the control in my standing side. So I want to keep my whole standing side planted on the ground and still while that knee circles, while that hip rotates. So try it on both sides, just circling, and you'll see my standing knee does wobble a little bit. It takes a ton of work to keep it facing up to the sky while I move the other leg. Woo, but it is possible. So that's happening on 7, 8. 7, 8. Oh, it feels really good in the hips. So good to do before class when we're going to do a lot of front jumps and things. So, can we try the whole sequence? We'll try. So, I'll show it on right and left once, and then we can do it maybe twice through, and then we'll be all done with that. So, arms are just relaxed by our sides. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Passe and slide and kick and lower. Passe and lower. Here's the circle. 7, 8. Other side. Passe and slide and kick and lower. Passe and lower. And circle, rond de jambe. And passe. And 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and passe. Slide 2, kick 3, lower 4, and 5, 6, circle 7, 8. Great job. Let's take a reclining butterfly stretch for a moment just to let the hips release, the soles of the feet come together, our knees just falling towards the side. Our imprinting will be released. We'll have some space between the lower back and the floor, and that's totally fine. We can open our arms out wider too. And just take a couple of breaths, completely allowing the legs to relax, the inner thighs to stretch. When we're doing this on our own time, if you want to spend some more time here in the stretch, if it feels a little bit like a strain on the inner hips, you can always put a cushion or a block or something on the outside of the thigh or by the hip, and it'll still be a stretch, but a little bit less intense. So then we can relax here a little bit longer. So that's a good option with your pillow or your blanket or a couple of them on each side. It feels a little bit more like we're relaxing into a nest that way. And allowing the hips and thighs to release a little bit more because they feel supported. Then we'll take the hands to the outer thigh and use our arms to help bring the knees back up to the sky. And then reach your arms out to the side, and we're going to go with our windshield wipers or our knee drops, but back and forth. So we won't stay there. We'll just rock side to side. One thigh turns in and the other thigh turns out as we swing the legs through the center. Amazing. Then just roll onto one side, and we'll make our way slowly back up to sitting. But that'll be our time for today. Wonderful. You're so welcome. It's really great to be back and to get to see you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Bye.
bye.